Hello. How we doing tonight? Just a minute here, making sure everything's all good to go. If you notice any issues with video or audio, please let me know, as always. But how are we doing? Anybody playing any new games or making any new games? Always love to hear about that. I've noticed a lot of people have been playing Fortnite again recently because they added a new mode where building is not part of the game. I thought it was interesting. Isn't building like the thing that makes Fortnite unique, the reason it got popular in the first place? I don't know. I guess if it's its own game mode, not like the base game, then it's fine. Just trying to appeal to a broader audience, I guess, right? I think we're doing alright. But as always, if you notice anything, please let me know. Anywho, what are we doing today? Hopefully, getting through a lot more of the item drop system. I really don't think there's that much more to do, but I tend to like skip a lot of details when I'm just thinking about it. So I'm sure while I'm working on it today, I'll run into more things that I am not thinking about right now that I have to do. But hopefully today, probably not today, most likely next week. We're gonna finish the item drop system, then we can move on. Right? So, let's get into it. Alright, so actually, let me... So we know where we're at currently. Let me pull up some things here. Switch over to this thing. Now, I go back to the main menu here. Make sure I have everything updated right. Not sure. Also, is music too loud? Music sounds kind of loud. Turn that down a little bit. There we go. How's that? Tell me if it's too loud. I know my mic is very quiet sometimes, so if you have trouble hearing me, please let me know. Keep it there. Alright, so here's what we got, right? Let me... this, maybe scale this over so that phone view isn't blocking anything. If I bump this up a little bit, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. So go to the main menu, right? Type in my character's name, do some character customization. I'm just gonna pick some stuff. I don't know. It doesn't match at all, but it's fine. So there's my character, right? Shows up in game. Exactly how I created them, but for whatever reason it didn't assign me the leader. I didn't do that. Very refreshing. Maybe that's just a first time bug. Let's see. There we go. Not sure why. Oh, now there's two characters though. Hang on. I'll have to look into that later. Anyway, that's fine. Yeah, now I'm the group leader. Now I'm not having any issues. So, start the game, right? And, oh right, I was playing around with the icons, and I left that icon in there. That's fine. We also played around with the camera for efficiency reasons last week. And it's still jumpy, which I'm not a fan of, but it's at least not killing the frame rate. So, come back from the minigame. That was a little strange. And then an item drops. And that item shows up on my phone. And then I have 2 buttons to pass or roll for this item. They're not formatted properly. And it's also missing the icon for the slot that it goes in. Interesting. And if I press either of these buttons, you see they do nothing. I didn't program that in yet. That's what we'll be doing today. But that is where we're at up to this point. So back here, here. All right. A little bit. There we go. Okay. So what do I have to do? Let's see. Hang on, let me change some things here. My mic sounds, or my music rather, sounds very loud coming through my headset. I don't know if it's loud for you guys. I don't think it is, but try that. Sound okay? I hope so. Yeah, we need to go back to Visual Studio here. I'm gonna take away my phone view for just a minute. And right here is that section with the item drop, right? So I need these buttons. 1, to do something, but 2, I don't like how they're just kind of squished together on the one side of the page, you know? Let me over here have something in here. No, these are just buttons. I don't have anything for class buttons anymore. I'll change you to roll. If I do that, oh no, it's just, sorry, like that. I think. Is it? No, wait. It's period for class, right? Period for class, hashtag for ID? Or do I have it backwards? I guess I need to get to the point where this screen is. Let me do that. Hang on. Do this. Nope. One. Nope. Yes. Okay, I guess I will pull this back up so you can see live updates. So go back to this and we'll say if not item dropped, and then take this out if item dropped, so that at least for testing purposes we can see the items here, right? There we go. Then if we go to the component and we set our item num to 1, that should populate this with other stuff. Yes. Okay, so there it shows. Why is that? There it shows the icon, but when the game did it, it didn't show the icon. Right? Because this is what it showed before, the sword. And it shows the sword icon. Interesting. Okay. Let me try one of the armor pieces. Aha. Okay, so maybe that was just first time bug. Either way. You need to update the buttons, right? So the buttons, I don't want the user to have to scroll, right? I want the buttons to just be across the bottom. And I want them to be kind of spaced out and centered. But I remember I was having some trouble with this last time. So we don't want display flex, we want inline block, I think. Yes. But then I guess I could just add like a div in between. Or not a div, a span, because we want it to be inline. That'd be the easy way, I guess, but I know there's a way you can make it so that they're just spaced out. Maybe change anything? Nope. Or maybe it did, but we did this. Oh, that fixed it. I don't think they need to be so large. And maybe make you like 15. Not centered, but looks much better than it did. I need to add some like custom buttons too, because those are just the basic like Angular buttons. Or maybe they're not even the Angular buttons, maybe they're just HTML buttons. But either way, they don't match the aesthetic. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Alright. So I need to add functions to these, right? So that they do something when you click them. Let's say click. This is the on-click event. I think touch input is set up so that it involves a click event if the player presses on the screen, because technically this would be on like a, what is it, touch start and touch end. So maybe we'll change that to touch end. Touch end meaning like when the player releases their finger. So on touch end, we need to bind that to a function, which we need to create here. I'll put that up here. We'll say, wait, what is this one? This is for the pass. So, player, oops. Naming conventions, bid, come on. Player pass. And then we're gonna make another one for player role. If I can find the right keys. Yeah. So these will be the two functions for those buttons. So we say here, we say player pass. And then grab this. Nope. Whole thing. Put it down here too. But instead of player pass, we want player role. There we go. So now these buttons will do something. Right now it's still nothing because these functions don't have anything in them. But so what I want these to do, so if the player passes, that means the number that they roll will automatically be set to 0, because when a player rolls for it, they'll be assigned a random number between 1 and 100, and the player with the highest number gets the item, right? So if they pass, that number is automatically set to 0, so that there's no chance of them getting it unless all the players pass. And in that case, I don't know, I guess the item is just lost. But that's an edge case we'll need to be conscious of. So, trying to think. So if player pass, then we would need to send a message to the game saying this person rolled with a number of 0, right? and then the player role will just send a message saying call this function, which generates a random number. So we got to use our WebSocket service. I want to say it's this dot WebSocket service dot send message. Yes. And then this message is going to be player pass. And copy that, go here, and instead of player pass, say player role. And shoot, I think we need to add data because we need to put, yeah, because we need to send the client ID, because that's how the game determines what player is doing what. So actually, instead of send message, it's going to be send message with data. Player pass. This dot WebSocket service dot ID. I think that's how you do it. So same thing here. With data. And then this dot WebSocket service dot ID. So that way that data is passed into the game can read the ID and say, okay, it's this player, right? I hope that works. It's been a while since I've done sending data across from the client to the game. I always do it from the game back to the client. So we'll see if that works. Either way, so the client doesn't send it directly to the game, it sends it to the WebSocket server, which is what you're looking at now. And then the WebSocket server will then take that and pass it to the game. They don't talk directly to one another. They have this WebSocket server as kind of the intermediate place, right? So then here is where that these two messages, right, player pass and player role, are going to be picked up. So it needs to take that and the data that came with it and then push it to the Unreal game. Yes, I think. So this is socket dot on. This is just saying on whenever a message is received, and for this one it'll be player pass. No, I'm doing this wrong. Oh my goodness. I think it's like that. Did I say it like that? No, it's amps all. Alright. Fine. Yeah, on when the server receives this message, we're going to use a function with the ID that is given with it. Right? When you say io.emit, that means the server emits out to all clients, meaning it'll go to the Unreal game, it'll go back to the client, but like the phone client, but the phone client won't do anything with it. That's just how WebSockets work. So io.emit player pass, just keep it same. And then ID. And don't let me forget, because I did this what, 2 streams ago? I need to restart the WebSocket server for those changes to apply. It's not a live server like Angular. So basically just got to do the same thing, only with player role. So player role, player role. There. So that should send those 2 messages to the Unreal game. So now we just gotta make the logic for the Unreal game to pick up those messages and then do something with it, right? Sorry about that. Yeah, so we gotta go back here. So this will be in the forest. right? We got to go to our Forest Connection Manager. That's what handles all of the WebSocket events. So maybe not. Maybe we do this in the level blueprint? Or the group. See? Either way. Here. Yes. Okay, let's check the level blueprint. Here. I think so. This is just camera stuff. Yep. And that's just setting up stuff for camera. Yeah. So where's all the stuff happening? Not happening in here. It must be in the group then. Right? Or maybe it's in the... No. I already have a connection manager variable here. So what am I doing with that? And I will find it here somewhere. Game instance, game mode, enemy spawn, level data object. Am I just blind? Am I not using this? Where am I getting all these events? I thought it would be in here, because this is where all those events come from, but maybe not. Okay. Well, me. No, there. I don't think you would be in here. Well, you have. The group has a connection manager variable, so we can use that, I think. Say event begin play. I know it's around here somewhere. It's probably this one. Yep. So maybe I just put it in here, but I don't have. Yeah, I just don't have anything set up for events like this in the forest yet, I guess. We can say client not on generic event, I don't think. I guess we could do that. Could just say on generic event, because it gets the event name, right? From here. Should be fine. Let's do a switch here, because I know there's going to be other events. So we don't want to default. Well, actually, we might want to default. Just for debugging purposes, we can say print string and just say that name. So this one, pin names. This one is going to be player S. First one we did. Next one is player role. Right? We can't do it here, can we? Because we don't have. I guess we can always get the game in, but should be fine. So player pass, right? It's gonna, the message from that, or I guess from either of these events, that message is going to be JSON format of the player ID. So then we need to take that and say which player has this ID, and then, you know, do logic for that specific player, right? So I think I can drag up here and say JSON encode JSON, maybe. Let's see if it prints it right. We'll say right, how about we do an append node. You say player pass you, and do the same thing for player role. Why did I type it role like a role in a game? It needs to be roll like you roll the dice.
What actually it's pronounced Mako React. Mako? Are you sure? I worked there.
Yeah.
Got money on the mind, no fear in my eyes. Avalanche the squad, so it's time to rise. I'm just going forward, no time for going backwards. The mission, destroy the Mako reactor.
So, before I forget, let me leave this over here, just so I don't dox my IP address. Where'd my terminal go? Don't need to reset that one, we need to reset this one. This. Cool. So now, if I do this, yes. Here, update that. Go to my main menu. There, save it. I don't know what I changed, but fine. Alright. So, me. It's gonna be Naruto this time. There I am. Start the game. Uh-oh. Whoops. What up? Hang on, gotta fix something. Here. I need to go back to this and set it so that this shows up properly. There we go. Now it should. Oh, why are you? Wait. Oh, that was something I was playing with. Let me just change this to -1. We'll change it to that, yes. And let's just comment that out for now. Yeah. Try again. I gotta go back. My main menu. Fine. Play. I'm the group leader. Now I can start. My camera is so weird, but it's fine. Okay. Fine. Guys, I take damage and item drops. Cool. So high tier helmet. That's a good drop. No file damage taken from the next minigame. So if I press either of these, it should tell me my player's ID and what event happened. So let's hope. Uh-oh. Okay. What happened? I'll log here. Okay. Maybe... Alright, let me get this out of here, because I know when I run Unreal it just tanks my frames when streaming, and I'm sorry for that, but there's nothing I can really do about it. Let's do a print string or a console.log, because that's the way I like to do things. Player rolled. And I know you can't see what I'm doing right now. I am just adding a log statement so that I know that these functions are being called. Yeah. Okay. I go back here now and update that. Let's see. So this not updating it. Why did that go away? Hang on. Whee! Sorry. Did that fix it? Oh. It sure did. Alright. Cool. Yeah. Press play. That screen, so it's not super laggy. Alright, so I'm looking at the consoles, and they're joined correctly. I am the group leader. Now I go in here. Now I get to watch this again. Why are you like this? Ah shit, I shouldn't have done that. That's gonna fuck things up now. Okay, so item dropped, bow. Now if I press pass or roll, stop. Okay, so maybe it's... I wish that terminal could be its own window. Whatever. I'm guessing it has something to do with the touch end. Where is it? Not here. Here. Yeah, this one. It touch end? Is that what it is? Camel case? Ain't you? Find out, I guess. Okay. I'm in. I joined. If that was my issue, if it was just I typed things incorrectly. Okay, skeleton appears. Yep. Item dropped. Item drop message. Oh, okay. I know what that's about. I got the high tier boots. That's another good roll. Or a good drop, I guess. I press pass. Not working. Okay. Let's just try on click. How about? I know that event falls correctly. I might have to go look and see. That should be fine. Don't need you. Menu. Fine. There we go. Start up. Okay, got the basic boots this time. Pass on this item. What is happening? Why? Go back here. Way over here so I can see my terminal again. Okay, so in the terminal it's reading those log statements, player passed and player rolled. It's just not being picked up by the game. Okay. So it's something to do with, let me look at this. Main menu connect. Find event. To do that instead of generic event? Maybe. I feel like that'd be easier though. But maybe not. So get rid of you. Get rid of you, get rid of you. So unconnected, here we go. Take this guy, say bind function or bind event to function. Yeah. It says bind to function, but it's really just any event. So say custom event. Go. Player rolled. Say print string. We need to have input here, right? For player ID. It's gonna be a, what is it, JSON, what is it? Is it a JSON object or JSON value? Honestly, it's JSON value. How do I do it here? Oop. JSON value, okay. Yeah. And this one too, actually. What? JSON value, JSON value. Why? Oh, I think it's because the first message, if you only have one piece of data, whereas everything else is like second, I think. I think that's how I did it before. So I'll call this one don't use me. And this one will be player ID. Okay. Fine. We say, what is it? JSON? Or just encode JSON? Say player rolled. That's fine. So the event name is player roll, and then the function name is player rolled. right? All we have to do for that. Yeah. That. Try it. Nope, not that one. Here. All good there. Starts. Camera's still really fucky. Enemy spawns. Game comes back. Enemy dies. Player takes damage. And item drops. Okay. I got the basic helmet. I press roll for this item. It came through. Okay, so we just can't use the generic event, I guess. Okay. Cool. Actually, what's that again? So it puts it in brackets and quotes. We gotta take those out. So got a little function for that, I guess. Function, let's say get player ID string. Our input will be raw JSON data. And this is actually gonna be a string because we already. Actually, you know what? No, let's change that back actually, because we'll do the encode in here, and then our output will be a string. String. Oh shit. It's a type string, but we want to call it player ID. Yes. Okay. So we go here. Say player ID string. Here. Delete you. In there. Here we go. Encode. And then we say, what's the node for it? Substring? Is it? Alright, no. How do I do it here? Node, get player data. How do I do it here? Replace, that's what it is. Okay. Replace from, this to nothing, right? And then we add another replace first string from, we do quote end bracket nothing, and then that's our player ID. Let's see here. Does it work? Okay. Okay. Back. Enemy dies. Player takes damage. Item dropped. Got the mid-tier helmet. And if we press roll for this item, did it still have quotes around it? Or is it supposed to have quotes around it because it's a type string? I don't know. We'll leave it there for now. I think that's right. I think we got it. So we go here. I think that's good. then we basically need to do the same thing, but with player passing. The player passed, and here we gotta basically do the same thing. Just change up the names. Right, so player passed. There we go. This. Add 2 inputs. Don't use me. And player ID. Or just player, I guess. You are both going to be... Nope, not objects. We want values. There we go. Put you in there. Then say player, instead of rolled, we say player passed. And include the thing there. So pass. That should be all good. Alright. So that's good. Before I put in the logic for rolling or passing, I'm gonna go back to what is it? Go back to Visual Studio here, and we need to add something more to these functions here to make it so that these buttons can't be pressed more than once, right? So right here. Shit, actually, I don't think we can do it through here, can we? So I guess I'm thinking of how to do this. So I can set them as local variables, right? Does that work? If I do hashtag pass and hashtag roll. Say this dot. No, that's not how that works. Let's see. So after they press the item, I guess we need a way to reference this. We can give it an ID, right? ID equals, I'll call this pass button, and then ID equals, can't say this is roll button. We'll just call you pass and roll. How about that? So now we can go here and we can say get isn't it get element by ID? Or am I thinking like basic HTML? Document dot get element by ID. There we go. Document dot get element by ID. This is for pass dot set attribute oh wait, no shit. I can do this a lot easier, can't I? Comment that for a second. Because we can set these to hidden, right? So instead of this, say hidden equals hidden equals, how do you get if a button has been used? Why am I blanking on this? Why am I blanking, chat? No. Alright, time to use my handy dandy friend. Oh no. Oh no. Sorry about that. My handy dandy friend Google. Clicked? What? Oh. That's wrong. Oh. I should just... Okay. So none of this, instead of hidden say just nope, not. There you go. They disabled so that the buttons still appear, just you can't click on them. Right? So then in here, instead of all this, we can just say clicked equals true, and we need to set that somewhere. Put it up here. Clicked equals false. Oh, this dot clicked. Sorry. This dot clicked equals true. This way, if either of these gets called, both buttons will get disabled. Yeah, I think that does it. We'll need a way to change that, like if obviously more than one item will drop per game, so we'll need to set these back to false whenever the next item drops. So I guess we could do that here. Yeah, right, because this is what happens when the item actually drops, right? Yeah, problem solved. I think we gotta try it though. Here, play, back here, back to thing here, so it updates. Fine. Go, group leader, let's go. Okay. Back. And he dies. Damage, and I got the high tier boots. Alright. I'm very lucky with my drops. So if let's say I'm gonna pass on this item, raise them out, and it says I passed. Very cool. Alright, easy. So we just need to add the logic, right, for when player passes their rolls. So we need go back to our forest level, and where is it? UI. We're gonna need to put them under in the HUD, I think. At least that's what I think I want to do. at least. So like for every player health bar, there's gonna be a number for when they roll, right? Only have it appear when they're rolling, and just have it show like what number it is. So that actually needs to be done not in the HUD, but in the player health bar, because the number of health bars changes with the number of players. So we actually need to put it here. So I think we'll put it underneath their name, maybe? Or maybe I should put it next to their name. Any suggestions? I feel like it might be confusing who has what number if I put it underneath the name, because all the players are stacked on top of one another. I think I might do it next to the name, like to the right of where their name is. That makes the most sense to me, at least. So to do that, I need a horizontal box, right? I need it here, horizontal box there. Excuse me. So player names there, and then we need another text for the, this will be the what, player roll number. Player roll num. This, does it need to be a variable? I think it does need to be. Maybe not, I don't know. It is going to change, but I think we can just create a binding for it. I don't think it needs to be a variable. Anyway, so the size of this text is 18, so I'm going to change this one also to 18 so that it's consistent. And you're going to be on this side. Your name, doesn't matter. Text align is going to be this way. See, but that's just gonna shit. Do nope. Yeah. Is there a way I can maybe what if I made a horizontal box apparent? I don't know. Let's this. No, shit. Not that. This one. Make you centered. And then make you no. Why do you do that? Oh, it's because of this size box, isn't it? Okay, maybe change you to like 160. No, that is not what I want to do. Bill. Maybe. We'll leave it like that for now. We can always change the formatting later. Okay, so we need to bind this text to a value, but we haven't made the logic for the values yet. So we need to go back, not here, here. So instead of just printing, need to maybe I shouldn't have put these here because we need the player, like the group, to access it. I think, yeah, because the group has access to the connection manager and the HUD. The player needs to right. Actually, you know what, let's just do this. Get game instance. Let's do this in event begin play so that we're not repeatedly casting. Event begin play on here? It is not used. cast to custom game instance, and then promote that to a variable. There we go. Now we always have that reference, and we only have to call it once. Let me just grab that. We say get players, and then we say for each. For each player, right? Oh shit. Did not want that. Where'd you go? There you go. So for each player, we're going to break the player. Now, come on, fat fingers. There we go. Break the player, so we then check if this ID is equal to this ID, right? So if they have the same ID, that means it's the player we want. And then we branch. And so we found the player we want, right? And then we say, I think we need to add more data to this player. We can say their role value, right? So yeah, we need to do that. For that, I need the player group. Where is it? Where did I put it? Is it in here? I think it's in here. Yes, player. So we need a new variable. This is going to be their role value. Oops. And it's going to be an integer. And by default, it's going to be 0. That's fine. I'm saving all of this. All right. So if it's true, then we're going to say set player do I have to set? Nope. Set members in player. Yeah. Oh, I see. So we want to set the player role value, right? I think this does this right. Set the player role value to for if he rolls. I see. Shit. I guess we want a loop, because what I want to happen is like it to randomize the number and not just pop out that number once on the screen. Instead, I want it to like what's the word for it? Like generate a random number a couple of times, so it makes it look like it's being randomized, which it is, but I want it to be more visible to the player. So I'm going to make a how do I want to do this? I guess for loop? No, not for each. Just for. Jesus. Okay. So first index 0, last index is 4, so 0 through 4, right? We can change that later. On the loop body, you're gonna delay by, I don't know, maybe 1 second's too much. I don't know. And then set this, and this will be a random here in range, and the minimum will be 1 and the maximum will be 100. So it does that 5 times. On the 5th one, that's the number that's going to stay. I think that's fine. But then we just got to do the same thing with the player passing, but this time we just got to set to 0, right? So this, break the player, check if it's equal to the player ID. It is. Then branch. This, and then do this. I think that's all we have to do for the logic there. But I'll just set this to, yeah, clear name. No. Maybe we can. We have player name health D. So let's go back here. Are you that? Getting game instance, right? Reset player health percentage there. Where is it getting player name and player ID from? Is that from the group? No, he's not there. Right here, yeah. Yes. Okay. Well, pain in my ass. About instead of that, we just. Why did I do it this way? Give me a dumb command, just because I did stupid things in the past. Create a binding here. This might also be stupid, who knows? Probably kind of inefficient, but I don't think that's gonna really be an issue for us. And from here we say get players. Here we say oh shit. Need to find item. No, I don't want that because that's gonna change. Maybe I don't want to have to go through all this every time, but for now it'll be fine. So we break this, check if this ID equal to player ID. Then we branch. So if it's equal, yep. Then we return. What is it? This one's arrow value in terms of text. Maybe? So yeah, do that, and then how do I set it so that because I don't want those numbers to be there when the players aren't rolling. So I need to make so that Where is it? So that this item is hidden whenever they're not rolling. So think of how to do this. So if we can move, no. What am I doing here? I need to find a way to tell the group. Do I need to tell the group, or do I need to tell each player? I feel like I should just have to tell the group. I'm blinking. Hang on. Don't need this anymore. This can go away. So whenever this calls player roll, I want to set it to visible, and then after the number is rolled, set it to hidden. I guess I can do that. Wait, I have a function in the group for when an item drops, right? Right here. Yes. Yes. Okay. Set. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I am smart. No, I'm not. Fine. Here, I'm going to say get player get. I don't know if I can do this here. Can I make a function? I had at. Why don't I have that open? Not that. So messy. Alright. So in these panels is where those are going to show up, right? And I create a function in here. Sorry about that. Yeah, we'll call you display roll number. Maybe. So then we get panel, get panel. So these are where all the health bars are going to show up, right? And then we can say get children. And get all children. Yep, that's what we want. Right. So then for all of these, for each loop, and we're gonna have to repeat this all these. But get children. This one we can say cast to player, individual player health bar. Yep. As this one we say get. Oh, this is where we need it to be a text, or a variable rather. We do need this to be a variable. Player roll num. Okay. Get player roll num. Then we say set visibility to visible. And we're actually going to have an input here so that we don't have to call a different function to hide them. The branch. True, do this. And then once that's completed, we do this one. Same thing. Come on, connect. Any programmers are watching, I'm sure this looks a little weird, but it should be fine because this is never going to run more than 12 times. Like, each loop is never going to run more than 3 times. And that's only if the amount of players is full, you know? Just like that. Now if it's false, right, we want to do all this, but then set it to hidden, right? There. Put up just a tiny bit. Okay. Cool. So we can say back in our group here, get our HUD ref and say set, or no, display roll numbers. And we can say visible true. And then we need to go back in here and by default set this to hidden. I think we need to go back in here and, yeah, got to do it here. There we go. We just put in a lot of logic without testing anything. Let's test. Make sure we're all good. Fine. Start. Anybody see that? The bug that I've known for a while now, but it's not like a game-breaking bug. And if you didn't see it, well, they get away with it then. You guys, I take damage and item drops. So that the number popped up. That's good. We got the high tier satchel too. Oh. Also, I just realized the high tier satchel is showing the helmet piece. That's not right. Anyway, let's roll for this item. The number is not being updated. Uh-oh. Okay. So, why isn't the number being updated? I did put in the logic where? Here, right? If just do a print string here. That is how I debug things. They finished rolling. So I'm thinking what's happening is it's not actually updating the value here. Pretty sure I've run into this issue before. Okay, there. Now here we are in the forest. Is this boring for anyone yet? Like watching the same like 10 seconds of gameplay promise it'll get better. Okay. Okay. Roll. Okay, finished rolling was called. So yeah, it's just not updating the value in the widget. All right. I know I've done this before though. So, nope, not that. Not that. Here. No. Nope. Nope. This. This is how I did it here. Maybe set array element, like afterwards. So here. Let me say set array element. Our index is this. Like here, you go there, and then same thing down here. If it's by reference, it should update already, but whatever. All right, now let's try. Back here. Group leader, yeah. Okay. Item dropped. Text appeared. I say roll for this item. There we go. Okay. It updated once. But I got a 54. I would say it's a pretty... I mean, it's like middle, I guess. Also, why is it just showing the helmet piece? That's not right. Well, it's not doing the exact animation I want, but at least it's like updating the value, right? So why doesn't it? Maybe it's because I'm doing it that way. I don't know. Maybe I just call, like, set this as a function and then call it 4 times with a delay in between. Set to that for now. We'll play around with that later. I need to go back to here. Because wherever I set the item num equals data, yeah, we need to reset the slot num here. This and this. Oop. This dot slot num. That should fix our problem. With the slot not showing up correctly. What am I missing here? There's something else I was gonna do. I just totally blanked again. We've got the rolling setup, right? So now we need to like determine who has the highest number, right? Oh boy. We're getting there. We're getting there. Just a little bit more. Trying to think. So we need a way to determine once all players have rolled, right? Maybe we should just set a timer, maybe? Like, they have 10 seconds to roll, and if they don't, they automatically pass. I feel like that would be fine, because, like, when this happens, right? Like, this is going to be a party game. Like, obviously people aren't going to be, like, super attentive to it. You know, like, someone gets a snack or a drink or goes to the bathroom, whatever, right? They're not there looking at their phone. So we don't want the other players to have to just sit there and wait for that person to get back. That's not really fair to them. I think a timer would be the way to go. And just like a quick, like 20-second timer, maybe. So let's add that. Item drop. Ooh. Excuse me. I want to add it in line with the roll for it. Probably. We'll do roll for it. Parenthesis. We'll do that. Yeah, that'll be our number. Yeah. So we can do this. Then we can say bind, create binding. We're gonna do append string value. Say roll for it. Do this. Our b value is going to be the number, and parenthesis there. Yeah. And then we're going to say, oh, we can't do a timer in these, can we? Yet. I guess we can create a variable for timer, right? Set it to an integer. By default, set it to 20. I know my face is covering this. Sorry. A timer there. That should be fine. And then here we'll have an event. Custom event. Start timer. We'll say set our timer variable. Set it to 20. Set it to 20. And then set timer by event. So every 1 second, right? Going to loop. Add another custom event. We'll just call this countdown. So every second we subtract 1 from our timer. Oh shit. No, I don't want to do that. I'll just do minus. -1. They get timer. -1. Yep. Just like that. And then do a branch. So condition if our timer value here is equal to 0. I guess we should do this before we subtract, right? So then here, right? Branch Integer, no. Timer equal. There we go. So if our timer is equal to 0, don't do this. Right? You only want to subtract if the timer is greater than 0. So I guess this should be a greater than or equal. Or less than or equal to, right? It doesn't matter because it's going to start at 20. So it should just be equal to 0. Then what is it? Invalidate timer handle? Yeah. This thing. Do this? Can I do that? No, probably not. I probably have to create this as a variable. Not a variable. Timer handle. And then clear and invalidate it. That just stops the timer from running. There we go. All right. So, let's see, event graph. Maybe if we go, not that. Go back to our group here, wherever we set the display roll numbers. Here, we say get item drop, and from there we call start timer. And well, we can always get the timer variable there. Let's try that. Make sure that works. And there. Going to the game level. Uh-oh. Did it crash? I think Unreal crashed. Oh no. I think Unreal crashed on me. Okay, one moment. Oh, why Unreal? You were doing so good. You were doing so good. Damn it. Did I do something that caused it to crash? I don't think I did, but I guess I could have. Dude, just a minute here. Actually, you know what? While it's doing this, we're at 8:30 now. 5-minute break. Go relieve yourself. As in, like, go piss. Go get a drink of water or something. Alright, we'll be back in 5 minutes. BRB. Okay. Sorry, let me turn down music again. I know it's super loud. I'm turning down the wrong thing. How's that? Too loud? Too quiet? Can you hear me okay? Alright. Make sure we save everything here. Let me turn my Unreal back on. Now that we have it opened again, because it crashed on us. Make sure I have everything saved in case it crashes again. Luckily it auto-saved, so I think I... Oops. Didn't mean to do that. I think it saved everything, but I guess let's go look. From the group, last thing I touched was adding the timer. So yeah, timer's still here. Alright. Let's try this again, I guess. Go to main menu here. Change you back. Good. Okay. Please. Okay, I'm in. Moment of truth. Okay, everything's fine. We're fine. It's fine. Now, does it work? I guess that's the same as is it fine, but it's not crashing this time, I guess. Is what I meant by fine. Item dropped. Oh. Oh, that's right, because I reopened it. Shit. Okay, but you see, the timer's working. The timer is working. Fuck yeah. Does it stop at 0? It does in fact stop at 0. Fuck yeah. That's some good shit. Alright, let me go fix the... I know what the issue is. Every time it opens up, it does not like to load in the chroma key for the item display. I couldn't tell you why. So we go here, we go UI, go items, capture this bitch, go to our scene capture. Just checking translucency and then unchecking again fixes it. Don't ask me why, but it does. Let me load in here. Nope, not that one. Items, nope. UI, items, capture. Okay, now it should be fine. But most important thing was the timer worked. Which is awesome. So, how do I do this? Let me think. Need to go back to my group here. Where is it? This thing, this thing. All right. So we need to get the timer value, right, from our item drop. So get timer. Right, this thing. So if this thing reaches 0, then we need to say like, okay, every player that hasn't pressed a button yet, they're passing, right? So, how do I do that? How do I determine which players haven't rolled yet? Obviously, the ones that rolled will have a number higher than 0, but some may have opted to pass. Maybe we can just say if timer equal to 0, then we can say branch, or no, I guess not here. No. Go to start timer, we'll need to call it here. So this is an item drop. Ugh, that's gross. Let's see. So if we make a event dispatcher, can we call that from group? We're gonna try it. Timer end, we'll call it. We do that. Let's see. Where's our event begin play? I guess we could do that here. We don't have to do it at event begin play. We can say bind event. Oh wait, sorry. Bind event to timer end. Easy enough. Say custom event. We'll say timer end. And so this is when time's up. So then we get the, where is it? Game instance. Game instance. No, wait. Shit. Maybe we don't do this. Or, yeah, we can. I'll just say connection manager. Say emit. We'll send out a message to the clients or the phones that will cause them to disable the buttons, and we'll just set their roll to 0, meaning they pass. Meaning that they missed out on a chance for an item, which is unfortunate. Player no roll. Yes. When I emit something, do I ever emit something back to that specific player? I don't think I do. Let's see. Is there anything? Oh, I do. Okay. So, do JSON value. But it's never the ID of the player. It's always every specific player. Okay. We can do something with that at least. This is getting really messy. I'm gonna grab all of this, I think, and move it down just a little bit. I really need to break this up into individual components more, I think. Or like put it into function so it's not this big long mess. But that's for later Sid to do. So our message, we want to I guess for this we want to say we do want to get our list of players. Game instance, get players. Okay, and then we say for each loop, first thing is this player. Going to break the player and then set their well, I guess we don't need to set their roll value to 0 because it's going to be 0 to start with, right? So I guess we just need to emit their ID. So this is 2 JSON value. And we plug that in here. Boom. Oh wait, we don't want to do this for every player though. We only want it to emit if the player role value is equal to 0. That's right. That there. Then emit. Because if they rolled, we don't want to set it to 0, right? Yeah. Cool. So before we move on, let's go back to Visual Studio here. Go to my local server, because that's where it's going to pick up the player no roll, right? The player no roll. Player did not roll. Did not roll. Ooh, what happened? Did I press? What? Oops, sorry. Pressing buttons, fat fingering it. There, 3D, what up? Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. I'm assuming you're here for all things game dev. There, 3D, what up? How we doing? Player did not roll, so we want to say player no roll here. And pass in that ID. Yeah. So then we need our phone, our client, to pick up that ID, or pick up that message, really. So right here. Here to you. What we want to do. Right? Wait. No. You go back there. Yes. Let me say. Is that right? What are you two? Here to this one. Yeah. Okay. So this dot web socket service dot get message player no roll, meaning player did not roll. Dot subscribe, and then we say data any, just like the other one, and pass it into this here. Do I have to put a comment in between those? I might have to. I don't know. I gotta shoot off soon, but I wanted to follow so I can catch up with you next time. Awesome. Yeah, every Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be here. Appreciate you stopping by. What am I doing here? This, or I guess we want to check if, did I add? Awesome. See you then. Where can I find the ID? Oh, never mind. If I could say if this dot web socket service dot ID equal to our data, then we want to do something because this is the player we're looking for, right? So then we say our, what is it? Well, we say this dot clicked equals true. And anything else we need to do here? This will disable the buttons, right? So the player can't press them anymore. Yeah, I think that's all that needs to be done here. Let me drag this off screen real quick, because you know gotta refresh the local server, and I don't want to dox my IP address. So that's what I'm running the server on right now, is my computer. So I apologize, but I have to do this off screen. Okay. Let's go back to Unreal. And let's test it out. Gotta go back to our main menu. Yes, save it. Actually, before I start this, let's save all again in case decides to crash on me again, right? Go back to our menu screen on our phone. Play. I'm the leader. Our game. All good. No crashing. And we're just gonna let it run. We're gonna see, does it disable everything once the timer runs out? It should. It should. But there's a lot of times where I say it should do something and it doesn't. That's just a part of programming. Okay. So, as you can see, the buttons are still there. As soon as this timer runs out on the screen, the buttons should be disabled. So let's see. I should be used to this at this point. I should know that it's not gonna work. Damn it. Okay. Maybe I don't think I need. That's there, right? Maybe else do this. Console.log data. This dot WebSocketService.id. The only thing I can think of is that they're not lining up to be equal. So if it does get to this point and this statement is not true, then it'll print out both of these so I can see what the difference is. It could just be a set of parentheses or quotes or something. But luckily Angular is a live server, so I don't have to refresh it every time. So there I am. And I'm in. Okay, mini game. Yep. Nice. Item dropped. Uh-oh. Why didn't the image pop up? Oh, it did pop up. It's just not showing up on the debugger. I see it on my phone. I don't know if I can like. I can't show you that. I do see the image on my phone though. That's just weird. So okay. It did in fact print out the two things. So what's the... I don't see any difference in them, which is weird.
So it printed out both of them, meaning they're not the same. But they look exactly the same. Am I just, like... Is it... Hang on. Wait. Before I kill my computer. Stop this from running. Okay, so it is getting to this point, and it's printing this. So these are not equal, I guess. Let me say dot equals. No. Dot ID will equal to data. Why isn't that working though? Didn't I do something like this in this one? Maybe I don't have to check. Maybe I just... Okay, maybe I can just... Seems wrong, but... See, and this is something I can't test. I can't test this right now because I don't have multiple players. Shit. No, wait, I need to see the logs. Hang on. I need to see. It seems like the only difference is a space. And if that's the case, I'm gonna be kind of upset. This. So we're gonna print string here. Use me. Yeah. Go back here. And actually, wait, you know what? Let's add another print string. But this time, we'll see what ends up being. I didn't add a space here, did I? No, I didn't. Play this. Go back to our main menu page. Me. There I am. Start. Okay. Did it not print? Did I miss it, actually, now that I think about it? So it already printed out those two, I'm just now realizing. Why did it already print out those two? Oh, you know what? hold on. First off, let me... Where's my output log? For this? Yes. Where is this being called? This is being called get player ID string. Yep. So this happens when a player rolls or a play. Oh, that's why that wasn't called, because I didn't press either of them. But the log did tell me something because it printed out both those things. Let me show you. Both of these got printed out before the timer was up. So it's being called too early, I think. Where is player no roll being called? In the group here, I think, right? Yes. Find event to timer end. Item drop. Oh. This is never getting called, is it? Wait, so why is it printing out? Oh! That's a print statement from when the player joins. Alright, I'm just way off. Give me a dumb command, somebody. You know what? I'll do it myself, don't worry. We got it. Yeah, so so now it should be fine. Let me go back here. Nope, back here. There we go. That play. There's my boy. Press start. Please, please, please. You go away. Actually, you know what? Let's just keep you. Okay. Any game, it's fine. Come back. He dies. Take damage. Item dropped. Okay. Okay. So don't want to press. I want to wait until the timer stops. And they're grayed out. Let's go. Yes. All right. Cool. Very cool. All right. So that's good. Got that working. Now we need to, after the roll happens, we need to determine which player has the highest number, which should be easy. And I've said that before, I know I have. And it turned out to not be easy. But it's fine. So here, right? Timer ends. We want to get highest number. I guess we want to do that here, right? We're gonna function get highest roll back here. Now let's say get highest roll. Yeah, yeah. So let's close down some of this, clean up our editor a little bit. All right, so get highest roll. So then we want to get our game instance, get our list of players. From them, we want to do a for each loop. Plug that in here. And then we want to break the player. Here, we say player role value. For this one, we need a local variable called temp high, and to be a integer. and by default it is going to be 0. Actually, by default it's going to be -1, because just in the case that all players have passed or not rolled. So we say is no greater than. If you are greater than our temp high variable, then we branch and we say set temp high to this value. Otherwise, do nothing. At completed, we say, oh shit, we need to set temp high to be that, and we're gonna say set temp highest player, and this is going to be a string because this is going to be the ID. Plug you in here. ID goes into there. And this way, we say, I guess we'll need another branch. If completed, if the condition that temp high is equal to 0, meaning that all players passed or didn't roll, then this will be the item's just lost, right? If it's false, then we want to give the temp highest player the item, right? So we need some more logic for that. I need some more caffeine because I am not a night owl. Yeah, so we need to make some logic here. And let's see. We need some way of adding the item to the player's inventory, which I think we need to do a little restructuring of the phone screen page first. So we'll add a couple comments here. If true, everyone asked, item is lost. Add another comment here. If false, one player got the highest roll. Also, there's an edge case where 2 players roll the same number, and if we just went by this logic, it would be the first person to roll that number. But that's future stuff. Yeah. So let's go back to Visual Studio here, or VS Code, I guess. So we have these numbers, right? These are what determines what goes into the slots, right? So if I refresh this page, right? They're all set to -1. That's what gives you the default items here, right? So I think I took this away. So we can say that here, there. So this is for if player helm is greater than or equal to 0, right? So then it's gonna go to item images and get whatever item it is, right? So that it shows up in the slot. So for instance, if I change player helm to 0, it should give me the basic helmet. Oop. Maybe not. It gives me the basic sword. So maybe if I do 2, This will give me the hammer, right? Yep, that's not what I want. 3 gives the basic helmet. Yep. 4 gives me the mid-tier helmet. And 5 will give me the high-tier helmet. Yes. Okay, so... Shit. So we want to do... If player helm is greater than 2 and player helm is less than, no, player helm is less than what? So it would be 3, 4, and 5, so less than 6. Yeah. I mean, the player helm should only be ever 3, 4, or 5, but that's just a kind of a safeguard. Hang on, getting messages. Sorry. Okay. What do we got? So that's player helm. We need that for chest, weapon, and feet. And we'll also have to add the second weapon later on for when we implement the items themselves, like using them. But I'm thinking too far ahead. Yeah. So do this. Add a space here, and we'll do if. Right, we don't want 2 chest pieces there. We say player chest? No, player torso, right? So I named it? Yeah. Yes. And then we do the same thing here. No, not that. Stop doing that. Come on. There we go. So we say player torso is greater than, right? So this will be 6, or greater than 5, I guess. So 6, 7, 8. And player torso is less than 9. Right? 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Yes. So let's begin. And so then this one is going to be greater than 8. And player, not torso, but what is it going to be? Player weapon? Yeah. Is... Oh shit, I did this wrong. So it's going to be 9, 10, 11, right? No. No, never mind. It's... it's greater than -1. Right? Okay, well this one's gonna be greater than or equal to 0. Oh shit. Greater than or equal to 0. Yeah. And last one. Then this one is going to be player boots. Yeah. And player boots is going to be greater than, what did we say? Greater than 8, because it's gonna be, no. Yeah, 9, 10, 11, right? Because it goes 0 through 11. There are 12 items. Yeah, greater than 8, and player boots is less than 12. Yes. And then we can change the source for the other ones. Going to be player torso. To be player weapon. And this is going to be player boots. There we go. So this way it'll be just those icons if the player doesn't have them. And then if these values are changed here from -1 to whatever, right? So weapon will be 0 through 2, helmet will be 3 through 5, torso will be 6, 7, 8, and player boots will be 9, 10, 11. Right? That's just because that's how we have them set up in the item images here. Yeah. So just have to keep track of those numbers, which might be a pain in the butt, but not a big deal. Yeah, so if I set, let's see, just do some tests here. Let's say I have the mid-tier bow, so that would be a 1. Uh-oh. Did I do something wrong? I should have updated the player weapon. Oh, I forgot to change these to weapon. That'd be my issue. There's the bow. Cool. So, player helm, we can say we have a basic helmet, so 3. Nice. Player torso, let's say, what is it? 7 would be the mid-tier helmet, right? Or mid-tier backpack, yes. And boots, let's say 10. Mid-tier boots. Solid. Cool. So set these all back to -1. 1, and I'm gonna put a comment with all these so that I know next week when I'm coming back to this. Ooh. Next week when I come back to this, I'm gonna forget all these numbers. So 0, 1, or 2, 3, 4, or 5, 6, 7, 8. Hang on. Let me arrange these a little better. There we go. 7, 8. Ah, shit. 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so we have the numbers. We just need to pass in the logic to update these numbers, right? So we need to add another thing here saying be this one. What are you two? You need to back up, I think. Nope. Right there, yes. You go down. Where are you at? Oh, you're supposed to be backed up one. Yeah. Yeah. That was just a little off, throwing me off there. So another one here. This dot WebSocket service dot get message. We'll say get item dot subscribe. Gotta subscribe to our service where data is of type any That's just the easiest way to pass it in. There we go. Then we can add our functionality. So then we can say, so this data that's going to pass in is going to be the item, right? Or the item number. So we can say that data is just going to be a single integer, right? So we can say which data. No, it's this, right? Yeah. Case 0. Do this. Case 1. Actually, let's just make this easier on ourselves here. Why did you do this? No. Might have done too many there, but it's fine. Why do you do me like this? VS Code. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, we're one short. Case 11. There we go. Okay, so these are our items, right? So case 10 will, or case 0 will say this. Oops, this dot player. Where is it? Player weapon equals data. Or I guess we can do it. We don't have to do it this way. Case 0, 1, 2. Right? Can we do it that way? I thought we could do it that way. Maybe not. Darn. Can I not do it? Case 1, case 2? I swear you could put them all in one line before. Oh well. We will just make do with it. Then instead of player weapon, now it's going to be player helm. Right? And this one's going to be player torso. Okay. Last but not least, player boots. Why do you do this? There we go. Oh, you know what? Do I have to put commas for these? No, I do put. Why are you giving me a all through case? Oh yeah, whatever. Fine. Why do I have a error? Where do I have an error at? Why can't I compile? Is it because I added this? default. Turn. That way? Why are you failing to compile? Why are you having an issue? This? No. This? No. What is wrong with this? Okay, whatever. Oh, it's not you. No? Maybe it is you. Okay. When you up? What are you two? Where to? Oh, you. Do I have to really type all this in? Gotta be a way I can do it. Where's my friend Google at? No, I don't want that. Oh, you have to put just syntax. Okay, so then ugh. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One short again. Damn. Okay. This is Helm. And this one is torso. Oh, why did I do that? This last one's boots. Fine, we're fine, we're fine. Tedious. I think that's all we need. It's still saying failed to compile. Why are you saying failed to compile? What is wrong with you? What? Yeah. Oh, I'm stupid. You have to add a break statement. God damn it. You would think that I did not go to school for computer science with all these dumb mistakes I'm making. Can you compile now? Looks like you can. There it is. All right. Now that that's in place. Jesus. All right. I'm gonna go for a local server. Need to add a new event here. This is going to be on get item. This is going to be function item num. We don't need this. Don't need you anymore either. Don't need these console statements. There we go. We're gonna emit get item and return item num. Just like that. Remind me to restart the server when we get to testing that. I don't know if we're even gonna get to that tonight, but either way, we gotta come back here. So here is what we're working on. I'm going to say shit. No, I did this wrong. We need to pass in two items here. Item num, I'm going to say ID and item num. Right. So ID item num. Because we need to tell which player got the item, right? So actually, before I forget also, shit, I do need an if statement here. If shit. How do we do this? This is too complicated for me. At least right now. I need to do some research on this, which is going to take me longer than 25 minutes that I have left. So, that being said, I think we're going to call it here. And I'm sorry. I know. I seem to have a constant trend of ending early, but I don't know. What are you gonna do? So we'll pick it up next Sunday, right? I'll do some research in between, figure out what I gotta do here, and hopefully next week we'll finish the item drop system. Then we can move on to the shops and win and lose state, and then we can move on to mini games. It'd be super fun. So if you're still here, thank you for joining me. As always, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Go join my Discord. Follow me on Twitch if you're not. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel. All those links are down below. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you next Sunday. Have a good one.